Hey, what's up guys, and welcome in this new tutorial where I'm gonna show you how to make tech house 808s like Cloonee, Chris Lake, Dirty Bird and many more. So before starting with this tutorial, I would like to remind you that all of the samples and the MIDIs are from our new sample pack Rocket, which is a bass tech house sample pack that includes one-shots, loops, construction kits and much more, and you can check it out from the link in the description below. So we have this kick drum and the bass line. We have slightly modified the MIDI so that it fits better with this kind of 808 bass line, and here on the bass channel we have the silent and the LFO tool. So we're gonna use the silent because I think it's a bit better to create these kind of 808s, but obviously you can reproduce it on a Serum or on whatever synthesizer that you're using. Let's start with oscillator A1. We're gonna go for a sine wave and we're gonna reduce the pitch by 3 octaves, and that's because here on the MIDI we are starting on F3, so this is how it sounds now. Now going into the envelope, we have to reduce the sustain and increase a bit of the decay and the release. As you can hear, we're starting to have some kind of 808 bassline. The real trick, however, is here in the envelope 2. We're going to select pitch A and B, reduce the sustain and increase a little bit of the decay. This will enable you to modify the attack and the click of the bassline. Now let's enable the distortion. Here we can try different types, but more or less they all sound very well with this kind of bassline. And this is the basic settings for this 808. Then obviously you can customize it as you want. You can try different waveforms, for example. I think the sine wave is the one that fits better with this kind of bassline, but you can also add, for example, some other effects, so you can add a bit of chorus to make it stereo. Like this. So now we're gonna go into the channel and we're gonna do some processing here. So let's add an EQ. So we are removing a bit of muddiness here on the 400 Hz, adding some body on the 180 200 Hz, and then removing some extra top. Then let's move on to the compressor. So here, as for the setting, we wanna go with relatively slow tack to let the transient of the bassline go through, and fast release. So we're aiming for around 3 to 5 dB of gain reduction here. Like this, and we're gonna add them back. can add some more saturation, but I think that the one that we have in silent does the job for now. And as I told you before, you can make it slightly stereo with some chorus, for example. So we're gonna activate this low cut at around 150. And we're gonna use an ozone imager just to make sure that the very bottom here is mono and the rest is a bit wider. This, and yeah, basically you have your 808 bassline. So we can do a quick before and after here on the effect track. Final thing, if you wanna really push it a bit more, is gonna be adding a bit of gain on the limiter here. Make sure to compensate it with the channel gain. This also, as you've noticed, we have shortened the kick a bit. That's because this bass line is takes up a lot of space in the low end area, so you want to be sure that you're using a shorter kick, like in this example. And basically that's all for this tutorial on how to make tech house 808s in the style of Cloonee, Chris Lake, and many more. Don't forget to check out Rocket from the link in the description below. Let us know what tutorials would you like to see next, and I'll see you soon. Bye.